Neturei Karta means guardian of the city in Aramaic, and it is a Jewish religious movement that opposes Zionism and considers that the establishment of a state for the Jews does not mean robbing another people of their land, but nevertheless it refused to establish a Jewish state. As a result of its rapprochement with the Zionist movement, they later established the Neturei Karta movement, because this is contrary to the beliefs and provisions of the Jewish religion they believe in. He and his group sought to confirm the denial of the validity of Israel as a Jewish national state. 215. The Neturei Karta movement, since its founding, has condemned international acceptance of the establishment of the State of Israel in 1948, and the movement has always expressed its support for the Palestinian people in the face of Zionist injustice, stressing that these practices are reprehensible in the Jewish religion, which stipulates the prohibition of killing and injustice. The number of members of the movement is estimated at tens of thousands, and the group rejects any critical attempts or human efforts to add to the religious law, theocracy. The complete religious state for the Jews. This means that the establishment of the State of Israel will not be through human intervention, and that the Jews must wait for the divine will to send Jesus Christ. The members of the Neturei Karta and the Satmar movement see in the aforementioned oath in which the Jews swore that they would not use force to return collectivism to the land of Israel, and they also forbid interpreting the oath other than what was stipulated in the Talmud. The text of the oath does not extend to the present time, and the members of the movement swore not to establish any unified country for them, because the oath that the Jews took in the Old Testament is sequential to the future. And this sequence is crucial to the Jewish belief in salvation, and the Neturei Karta group believes that the Zionist claim that it is a prelude to salvation is nothing but a denial of the constants of the Jewish religion and atheism. It denies that salvation comes through agents who are not committed to the Jewish religion, and deny its principles and basic provisions, and consider them agents who are unaware of divine salvation. They also believe that democracy is valid for all non-Jewish political societies and is completely rejected by the Jews. Therefore, the Zionist state does not belong to the Jewish religion and must be rejected and fought, because most of them are non-religious, and even the religious people in it accept democracy. With the announcement of the establishment of the State of Israel, he led a demonstration with thousands of Orthodox Jews in rejection of its establishment, as the organization considered the late President Yasser Arafat to be the president of all the inhabitants of the land of Palestine. Rabbi David Feldman is the group's spokesman and its foreign relations official, and is responsible for organizing anti-Zionist activities, lectures, and public demonstrations. This is with the aim of spreading awareness of the evils of Zionism and its distortion of Judaism. His grandparents and many other relatives were killed during the Holocaust. Through his position in the group, Wise reveals the illegitimacy of Zionism according to the Jewish religion. In all its regional participation and activities, the Neturei Karta group is based on the slogan, "Judaism does not equal Zionism." It affirms that a Jewish person's support for Zionism strips him of his Jewishness, and it continues its sharp stances against Zionism and the state it left on the land of Palestine. The anti-Zionist movements made contact with a number of leaders and politicians of Great Britain when the Zionists felt the danger of the movements of the anti-Zionist groups. The day after the declaration of the establishment of the Israeli state in 1948, Rabbi Hirsch sent a letter to the United Nations containing the group's rejection of the establishment of the Israeli state. Rather, it asked the Secretary General of the United Nations to make the Mea Shearim neighborhood an emirate independent of the new state, who considered Zionism a form of racism, that the Jewish people are charged with a divine oath not to seek independence and to throw off the yoke of exile that has been imposed on them. He met with 4 members, including the Hamas movement and its leaders, headed by Ismail Haniyeh. He said, "Hamas is not against the Jews, but against the Israeli occupation based on Zionism." The movement's leader, Yisroel David Wise, expressed his gratitude for holding such events, where they are not Jews at all.